You're going to produce a drawing of a hand, and the first thing is to sketch out the hand using basic geometric shapes. So with a hand, most of the shapes are going to be different types of oval. There may be something that suggests a rhomboid. Now these ovals might be long or short, wide or narrow. So you want to, first of all, decide on the range of shapes and where's a good place to start. So I've considered how wide the drawing is, what needs to be most towards the left of the page and what needs to be most towards the right of the page, near the top or near the bottom. So now I'm going to go through and section by section work out the different types of oval and even think about how ovals might overlap. I look for obvious lines on the hand, whether it's suggested by a crease in the hand, the edge of the bed of the nail, to look to see what is directly under that line for the next shape belonging to a finger that's underneath the one that I started. Okay, this part of the movie is speeded up to finish the sketching out of the basic geometric shapes. Some of the geometric shapes are partially drawn to make them look like they are overlapped by another shape. I even draw extra shapes on top of what I've already done. So there I've just drawn a rounded shape inside the sort of bend of the thumb. This helps me place the shapes just above the thumb area, and I'm working on the outside shape, and here's the final basic shapes. All these basic geometric shapes now enable you to concentrate on drawing the outline more accurately. So you want to review each of those shapes and see what is actually happening to the contours of the thumb, of the fingers, and to break any curves down into a series of small straight lines so that they read together as the complete curve. Okay, so I'm struggling a little bit because I've got a blunt pencil, so the advice clearly is to make sure your pencil's sharpened right at the start. And the important thing is trying to interpret the foreshortening, the perspective on the different parts of the segments of finger. Because if part of the finger is pointing towards you, it's going to be in perspective, and therefore it's going to be drawn shorter than it actually is. So this is one aspect of the geometric shapes that perhaps you really have to carefully review to ensure that you are getting an accurate looking drawing. And you can probably see now that what was a little bit of a strange drawing when it was made just of the geometric shapes it's now it's forming well now and looking more like a realistic hand. Now we're going to use this drawing to do a watercolour. So before we do the watercolour, we're going to put in very lightly going to put in some cross contour lines. So the lines that we're doing at the moment are called the main contours, the outside contour lines, with a bit of detail through the nails and the creases in the skin and in the joints.